My God, I hate drugs.
A day before his scheduled flight to Japan for a business conference in Tokyo, President Duterte leads the oath-taking of newly appointed government officials in Malacanang. Our AC Nichols is there. AC, we learned that the president talked about the House speakership during his speech. What did he say?
Pia, it seems like President Duterte is not happy about the thought of his eldest son, Paolo, becoming House Speaker. In an event earlier today, the president said he is ready to resign if his son goes for the speakership at the House of Representatives. Here's the president in his own words.
Itong si Paolo, sabihin ko sa kanya, if you run for the speakership, let me know. Kasi kung tatakbo ka, magre-resign ako. Kasi marami na tayo.
President Duterte made the statement after Davao del Norte 1st District Representative Pantaleon Alvarez floated the idea that Paolo or Pulong, who won the 1st District legislative seat in Davao City, could go for the speakership. Alvarez, who was unseated as House Speaker last year, said he will withdraw his own bid for House Speaker if Paolo indeed goes for the speakership. The president said the only reason he is meddling with the speakership race is because the thought of the Dutertes in power is making him uneasy. He mentioned that he's already the president, then his daughter Inday Sara was re-elected Davao City Mayor, and Baste Duterte is going to be Vice Mayor. Duterte said some people approached him or sent feelers about the speakership before and after the elections, but he clarified that he never gave his commitment to anyone because when it comes to the speakership, he would rather stay out of it.
Lahat ng mga congressman, at may tanong ninyo, yung congressman ninyo, I never called anybody or approached anybody about this speakership.
The president added that he also never speaks politics with daughter Sara, who is personally supporting Marinduque Representative Lord Velasco for House Speaker. The president made these remarks as he led the oath-taking of newly appointed officials in Malacanang earlier today. Pia?
AC, how did the president look today? I asked because there were some observations about his demeanor, physical appearance at the PMA graduation yesterday, where some people said he looked weak or even stumbled as he walked or had to be helped up onto the so-called White Carabao.
Well, yes, Pia, and as you mentioned earlier, his spokesman already came to his defense, saying that he was merely sleepy during the PMA graduation rites yesterday because he lacked sleep from working the night before. And during that event, he was 2 hours late. But today, he was almost on time. The oath-taking for the newly appointed officials was scheduled at 4 p.m. He got there around 4:10, 4:11, and he appeared snappy and very awake, and it seems like he was in a really good mood, even chatting with some of the newly appointed officials during photo ops. Now, he stuck mostly to his prepared speech. Obviously, he couldn't help himself, and he spoke a little bit about the speakership bid, but it was still pretty quick compared to his usual ad-libs during public events. Pia?
AC Nichols there reporting live from Malacanang. In response to President Duterte's threat to resign if he guns or tries to go for the speakership of the House of Representatives, his son, Davao City Congressman-elect Paolo Duterte, said he does not want to be the next speaker. He added, quote, "May nagkamali na naman ng bulong sa tenga mo, Mr. President," unquote. Moving on, President Duterte's staunch critic, Senator Antonio Trillanes, finally speaks up on allegations made by Peter Jomel Advincula alias Bicoy. Trillanes maintains he is not behind the production of the Ang Totoong Narco List videos, which linked Mr. Duterte and his family to the illegal drug trade. However, the senator admits Bicoy approached him last year to sell the same story. Our Joyce Ilas joins us live from the Senate. Joyce, what else did Trillanes say?
Pia, 1 month before his term as senator expires, Senator Antonio Trillanes delivered a privileged speech here in the Senate to defend himself against accusations Peter Jumel Advincula alias Bicoy hurled against him. Now Trillanes maintains he has nothing to do with Advincula, whose credibility he also doubts. The opposition senator said that several priests approached him in August, or introduced Advincula to him in August last year. However, he says that after their conversation, he felt that Advincula's accusations lacked substance. Trillanes said in February this year, the priests approached him again and showed him bank documents, supposedly from Advincula's associates in the drug syndicate. He says he had the documents vetted and told the priests that he cannot do anything unless the documents are validated. The senator said he was abroad doing a series of speeches when the Ang Totoong Narco List videos were released.
Ayon sa kanila, ito raw si Bicoy ay humingi sa kanila ng sanctuary dahil siya raw ay papatayin ng mga taga-sindikato na involved sa illegal drugs. Pinakinggan ko siya, subalit nakulangan ako at naguluhan sa mga detalye, kaya isinantabi ko at tuluyan ng kinalimutan ang usapang ito. Wala akong kinalaman sa paggawa ng mga videos na yon. Nung lumabas eventually si Bicoy sa publiko noong May 6, ako mismo ang nagsabi sa mga kasamahan ko na wag na lang muna kami mag-file ng resolution. Instead, antayin siya maglabas pa ng ibang ebidensya to prove his allegations. Precisely because I still have some reservations regarding his revelations.
Trillanes says he stands by his credibility here in the Senate and that he will not present any witness who does not pass a rigorous vetting process. Pia?
Joyce, the senator said that Peter Advincula was not the first person who approached him and gave information supposedly linking the president and or his family to the illegal drug trade. Who was this person and what happened to her?
That's right, Pia. In his speech, Senator Trillanes said that a certain Mina approached him in early 2017 and claimed that she has information supposedly linking President Duterte to the illegal drug trade. However, Trillanes said that this Mina did not pass his vetting process, and that was when she turned against him, just like what Advincula did to him last week.
Ay nangihingi ng pera para sa kung ano-anong dahilan. Nung hindi nabigyan, bigla na lang tumalon sa kabilang bakod at doon na naman nanghingi ng pera. At inaakusahan na nga na ako daw ay nag-alok ng pera sa kanila para tumistigo labang kay Duterte.
Trillanes' term as senator expires or ends next month, and he said that he is expected to go back to his private life after his term ends here. Pia.
Joyce Ilas there reporting live from the Senate. Philippine National Police has yet to get a sworn affidavit from Peter Advincula alias Bicoy, but the Criminal Investigation and Detection Group already formed a team to verify Advincula's statement about an opposition plot to unseat President Duterte. PNP Chief General Oscar Albayalde, however, admits any information that will be obtained by the CIDG will be senseless if Advincula will not give an affidavit. Advincula was released on bail on Saturday. He's facing estafa cases. He left Camp Crame without formally requesting for security. Albayalde says Advincula promised to return to Crame once he's ready to give a statement.
But we're preparing for that. No? We're preparing for that. Meron na kaming dedicated team naman from CIDG na gagawa nun. But until he gives his sworn statement, then wala kami. We can start from But we have started, of course, yung sinasabi niya. Pwedeng nang start verifying yung sinasabi niya. But we, of course, without his sworn statement na sinasabi niya, pati yung mga pangalan na pinagsasabi niya, pati yung mga lugar na pinagsasabi niya, that has to be covered with the sworn statement.
The PNP is still in touch with Advincula through his immediate family and a police officer relative. Albayalde, meanwhile, ordered the regional police to assess and verify alleged threats against Advincula's family in Donsol, Sorsogon. Malacanang coming to the president's defense amid criticism on his punctuality and speculations about his health during the Philippine Military Academy graduation rites in Baguio City yesterday. The commander-in-chief's tardiness delayed the graduation of the Mabalasik class of 2019 for 2 hours. When he was about to board the military jeep called the White Carabao, the seemingly wobbly president had to be assisted by his men who supported him by his arms. His spokesperson had this explanation.
He didn't look weak. He looked very sleepy. And he was sleepy because the day before, he was working. He had so many papers to read and papers to sign. And he had only, I think, less than 2 hours sleep. And he had to, as we all know by now, the president is a night person. He sleeps at 6 in the morning. So the time of the event is supposed to be part of his sleeping time. But he had to wake up. He had to force himself to wake up and dress up. And he had to attend to that event. So he was so sleepy when he was at the grandstand.
Panelo also allayed fears the president is in poor health, saying Duterte was his usual alert and assertive self while he was delivering his less than 10-minute graduation speech. Rumors about his health circulated when he was not seen for almost a week after he cast his vote on May 13th. Panelo also defended the president's tardiness.
Well, the reason is precisely he was very sleepy, so he wanted to go get back to bed and have some power nap since he lacks sleep. And it's early, every person, when he is lacking in sleep, appears to be sleepy as he looked the way he did. But if you recall, during his speech, he was his usual alert and assertive president.
President Duterte, meanwhile, broke PMA tradition of personally distributing the diplomas. He gave diplomas to only 2 of the 261 graduating cadets. Defense Secretary Delfin Lorenzana handed out the rest. This is the first time in the PMA's modern history that the president delegated this role. Now, in the middle of pardoning underclassmen during the graduation rites, Mr. Duterte cracked a joke that the cadets were being pardoned for cases such as rape and drug use.
Sino nakasalat? Taas kamay. Hindi ako mapirma nito. You have to be show to me your face. Who are to be pardoned? Para ring polis, ha? Natuton na kayo sa polis. Ayaw mag-admit, ha? Well, anyway, I'll pass you this time because I need good and capable soldiers. And I know that 1 or 2 is bound to happen. Pero patawarin ko kayo. Isong it... The number 1 is for rape. Putang ina. Ang number 2 is drugs with rape, with robbery. Para sa munting lupa to. Pangatlo, multiple rape of the women of Baguio, the beautiful one.
The palace again on the defense with Panelo saying the president is, quote, a mischievous man. He wants to make people laugh, unquote. Philippine National Police Chief General Oscar Albayalde says it is President Duterte's prerogative to crack rape jokes even during the graduation of the Philippine Military Academy. Albayalde, a member of the PMA Sinagtala class of 1986, says Mr. Duterte is the president and no one can stop him from saying what he wants to say. The PNP chief did not explicitly answer whether rape jokes are acceptable in the academy, but he says it's clearly just a joke.
He's the president. Hindi naman natin pwedeng sabihin kung sa kanya kung anong dapat niyang sabihin at hindi. Kung ganun siyang mapagbiro, then hindi naman natin siya pwedeng pagsabihan siguro kung anong dapat niyang sabihin at hindi. No? But that's an obvious joke, of course. No, yung sinasabi niya. Tapos rape with robbery with so and so pa. No, that's an obvious joke sa ating. In fairness naman sa ating presidente.
A women's party list group, Gabriela, however, criticizing the president for his latest rape joke. In a statement, Gabriela said the president is, quote, doing his infamous rape joke in his comfort zone, the training ground for his macho fascist state machinery, unquote. The statement also said there is impunity within the ranks of the military and the police, since personnel can get away with offenses as long as they follow the commander-in-chief's orders.